This is an air pump by a company called HITOP. It's in the shape of a shark. It's got an LED light. Let's have a look. Okay, so let's open the box. Let's have a look what we've got in here. It's an older model of a HITOP. HITOP traditionally have a lot of accessories in their boxes. Okay, so tiny little air stones, some back check valves. Okay, we've even got a new filter in there, a little spare filter, and some airline. We have the unit itself, well packaged. It's quite a lump, look at that. It's a very big lump. Okay, that's the end of that. It's adjustable. And look at the nozzles, fantastic. About time people put the nozzles outside the casing, it makes life so much easier. So, what do we think about it? It's a big lump, I'll give them that. Let's have a look. Okay, so I don't see an on and off button, which isn't a big problem to be honest. But the side looks nice. I might plug this in and just have a quick look, see its operation. Nice, quite a nice colour scheme. I'm not sure about everything else, but let's have a look. Let's get it in the water in a minute and have a look. Just quickly, I wanted to show you what actually comes in this box. Even though it's fully adjustable at the back here, you can individually adjust it. So if you was running an air stone and maybe a sponge filter, then you could use that. This thing apparently can do up to 415 litres an hour, which is, let me get that right, 60 to 600 litres it says, and it's only 4 watt. It shouldn't exceed 35 decibels, so it should be quite quiet. Now you get some of these little air stones, tiny little things. I just dropped it. There we go. Do love doing these sort of things. Right, so look, these are tiny. I would go for a bigger air stone depending on your tank. This tank, if this one was 600 litres, you want bigger air stones. Back check valves actually work. Some suckers, a new filter. Yet to find out where that filter goes. Normally in the bottom, but we'll have a look. But the good thing about this is it's got a T-junction, so you can actually run these both together. If you wanted to put maximum velocity or suction or whatever you want to call it, bubbles, through one air stone you could. So that's quite good. What I will do is I'm going to set it up with a piece of airline. So you get, let me see, 2 lengths of a metre. So it's 2 meters of airline, which is quite good. Pre-cut though, don't really like pre-cut, but I'm going to put this on now. Let's have a look how easy it is. Always breathe down them. Okay, yeah, that's quite easy. When it's protruding like that, it's so much easier. Do the same with the other one. I'm going to do a proper real test in a minute, but this is just basically for sound. So let's have a look. Okay, so let me get the other one set up and we should have a reasonable idea of how it's going to look. Okay, so I've set it up with a couple of air stones. A bit unfair really doing it this way, but I wanted to show you first. Normally you'd have these fitted as well, which I'm going to do when I do the test. It does have a nice little, so I'm going to turn it on and it's going to be on its lowest level. All right, so that's the lowest level. Okay. Yeah, there's air coming out of there. Let's turn it up. That's the highest it's going to be. Okay, so it's not the greatest air pump I've chose, but for 600 litres, you put it out the way. I normally put these in old ice cream containers, you know, the big plastic containers, fill it full of socks, and there you go. It actually sounds not too bad if you... Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to set it up with the back check valves, as you should, and we'll stick it in the sink and have a look, or in the tank, or whatever, and see how much air this thing can move. I'm quite excited to see how it works. Not really a fan of the LEDs, to be honest, but hey ho, it's all right. Let's turn this off. Let's get going. Okay, here we are at the aquatics laboratory, or kitchen as I know it. Got this set up here There's the unit. I've got the tubes. Got the back check valve. Back check valve's underwater under there, which is not ideal. And I'm going to use this. It's a Hamburg Matten filter, but it's specific to this. So let's, without further ado, let's turn it on, okay? And let's talk about the noise and the efficiency of this thing. Right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we are moving tons and tons of air. This is on max, okay? Now, if you noticed, that's the sound coming from the water, okay? That's the sound coming from the water. The unit, not so much, but from the water. Now that's because you get cavitation from the bubbles, okay? You're always going to get that. You know, when people say to me, I want a really silent air pump, it's not about the pump, it's about the cavitation. But it's really moving some air out of that. Look at that. Remember, that is not only sucking through a filter sponge, it's actually going through the back check valve as well. I should imagine, let me see how adjustable this is. Okay, you can pretty much turn this off by the switch, and that's on full. I mean, we are moving some air there, look at that. Now, with the other bits you get with this, which are here, you can adjust individually. So you could run 2 sponge filters on a big, I don't know, 240 litre, 300 litre tank, 2 sponge filters, and you could adjust them accordingly. I tend to do that if I'm seeding another tank. So if I know I'm going to get another tank up and running in a month, which I do obviously a lot, so what I'll do is I'll put 4 or 5 sponge filters in there. When I go to the venue, I'll put these in and it's seeded straight away. Now that is a really good movement of water, okay? I don't really care much, it's not flashing, it's just that this is on a 4K, so it's picking up the pulses. All LEDs pulse, by the way. Not much vibration. It's got some nice little tabs on the bottom. I like it. That's got my thumbs up, that has. That's a really good little unit. Okay, that's enough for me. Let's turn it off. Hope you have a great day, guys. Take care. Before we go, see what I mean? That's the noise you're getting. Have a great one, guys.